Hey, welcome to Menacing MTG. Rocking a little Black Sabbath here. I just built this deck for fun, and it plays fun. It is cool. So let me turn down the Black Sabbath, and I'll tell you what it does. All right. So yeah, this is a cool deck. I wanted to try out Raider's Wake, which deals 2 damage to the opponent every time they discard a card. Um, and at the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, the opponent discards a card. So I've got things that cause the opponent to discard, and I've got things that I can attack with. And I have lots of other kind of irritating things that just kind of leech the opponent of their blood. So there's a vampire theme here as well to kind of keep the vibe going, and Blood Chief's Thirst, and Blood Artist, and Arterial Flow, Murderous Rider, Scavenger. We got it in here. If you want it, it's in here. Eldest Reborn. Okay, this is a super cool card in this deck. So the idea is we get some vampires on the board, and we got these 7 vampires right here. And having the vampire on the board when you use Arterial Flow not only discards 2 cards of the opponent's, but you gain life, and the opponent loses 2 life if you've got a vampire on the board. So, yeah. Great combo action there. In addition, beyond Arterial Flow, of course, we have 4 Davriel Rogue Shadow Mage. Love this card. You can make the opponent discard 3 cards in 3 turns, and if you get the opponent with 1 or fewer cards in hand, then it does 2 damage to them at upkeep. Okay, so in addition to that, we got some removal here. We do have just a 2 Blood Chief's Thirst. We do have 2 Murderous Riders, 2 Farika's Libation. I have 2 of these in here because if you got a deck that's got some enchantments that are causing you grief, say like 9 lives, or even something that takes a very important card of yours. It's nice to have this option to force the opponent to sacrifice an enchantment or a creature. It's got the flexibility. Then we have 2 Extinction Event. Okay, this is a great card in this deck because you're not creature heavy. You're more removal and enchantments, and of course the discard machine. So while it's not at all a pure discard deck, that is a big component of it. I did have a game recently where I had 3 of the Raiders' Wakes on the board, and it was a scene. So, yeah, and then I played an Arterial Flow, so you can just imagine they lost 8 life, and I gained 2 by making them discard a card, 2 cards for that matter. So, yeah, awful cool here. So there's your removal, and then I think that total is 8 pieces that do removal. So then we have Death Touch, 6 Death Touch creatures, plus the Scavenger is also a Death Touch creature. Then we have some things that just drive people crazy. We got Blood Artist, so if either player has a creature die, you gain a life, they lose a life. Just one of these on there. 1 Sanctum of Stonefang, similar, lose life, gain a life each at pre-combat main phase. And then there's 4 Trespasser's Curse. So this does do better against creature decks. It can hang there with other decks. I totally destroyed a Goblins deck with this, which was so rewarding because I hate the Goblins deck. It's totally ridiculous. Come on, stupid. Get Maxis out of here. But Trespasser's Curse, 4 of these 2-drops. Every time they bring a creature on, token or otherwise, you gain a life, they lose a life. So then, of course, you got some possible life gain with Arterial Flow. The Davriel Murderous Riders kill planeswalkers and creatures, but also it's a lifelink creature. Keeps you in the game, gaining some life. Nighthawk Scavenger, you know what that does. Death Touch Flying, lifelink. Then we have Veto, and we can be gaining some life as a regular course of things with this deck. Through Vampire Dire Moon, Gifted Aetherborn, Blood Artist, Trespasser's Curse, Sanctum of Stonefangs, um, Revenge of the Ravens, you name it, we got it. It gains us life. If you get the Veto on the board, just a little extra bonus there. Okay, so then the Raiders Wake, I read that to you. Revenge of the Ravens. So we have two of these in here. And this is another thing that just drives a creature deck that you're opposing crazy. You know, they come in here and you got all this other stuff when they bring creatures on. They lose life, we gain life. When they attack, they lose life, we gain life, and so on and so forth. So then Eldest Reborn. This is the key kind of fun smackdown card here. Its first turn on the board, each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. We know how that benefits us. Then next turn, each opponent discards a card. We know how that can benefit us. And then the final turn, put a creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So you can yank from the hottest graveyard item of both sides and put it on the board under your control. So totally awesome. And that is the whole deck. It's not an ultra complicated deck. And then the lands are extremely simple. 21 Swamp, 1 Castle Lochthwain for just a little bonus card draw. And that is Black Sabbath. Okay, here we are again. Got a game going here with the Black Sabbath deck. And not the greatest hand, but we'll take it. We get to go first, so we'll get Sanctum of Stonefangs on next turn. They don't bring anything on, that's great, so we can toss this up. Sadly, we don't have a Vampire for Arterial Flow to go. If we do get Dire Moon, then I'll play Rogue Shadow Mage next, and then the following turn, oh, we get it, that's excellent. Okay, so here we go with Davriel. This is a perfect setup right here. Oh, and they fold. Okay, that was quick, sorry. Okay, great hand here for game 2, and we got 3 lands, which is great, and we got perfect ramp set up for us here. 1, 2, 3. All we need is 1 more mana and then some discard action. Davriel or Arterial Flow. We got the Vampires out. We got removal. Perfect. Okay, and we got red across the way, but they're not moving too terribly quick, so giving us a little jump here, which is always nice against red. Okay, Dreadhorde Arsonist. Yeah, unfortunately for the Dreadhorde, he's going to go away. Slightly reluctantly that I'm doing that, but we do have Eldest Reborn in hand, so we will probably be bringing Raiders Wake on next, Dreadhorde Arcanist. So what we'll do is we'll bring in the... Oh boy, ouch. Now the question is, do I want to wait? And I think the answer is yes, I want to wait. And I'm just going to bring the Dire Moon in. We're getting a nice life advantage here. Sorry about the last game, that was just ridiculously quick, but you could see that I was going to do some pretty significant damage very quickly. Okay, so he's going to have to ditch a card. I don't think people really see this Raiders Wake out much, so didn't really anticipate the grief from a Dire Moon attacking. Now he discards a card and loses 2 additional life. Really in great shape right here. Although Storm's Wrath could come in at any time. I certainly hope it doesn't, because Arterial Flow is going to do some major damage. Okay, that's fine. He can come on in. It's just going to leave us wide open to do some major wreckage. Ooh, he's doing some good damage, but we're gaining life, and really it's all about him not gaining life and losing life. So we're just going to let him come on in. His next turn, I think, will... Yikes! So that is a big hit, but we're going to gain a fair amount of life and do some serious wreckage here. Yep. Ouch. And this time we're going to come in with Gift of Aetherborn to get a boost out of the life. And yeah, that was a big bang for him, but really, if you can't finish me off, don't do it. That was, I guess it's what he had available to him, but that's it. Black Sabbath takes total control. Okay, I like the look of this hand. You know, we're going to need a couple more lands before too long here, but we get started with a quick removal and Stone Fangs for life gain and whatnot, and Trespasser's Curse, and ramp up to 3 nicely, and then to 4, so it's a pretty good looking hand. You know, the only bummer would be if we don't get any more mana for 3 or 4 turns, that would be a nightmare, but there's not a lot of lands in this deck, so it is possible. Now you see we got the Gifted Aetherborn here ready to come in next turn, or Trespasser's Curse if they don't get anything on the board. And they could bounce something here. You can see Veto staring me in the face. We're going to go with Trespasser's Curse. They're probably going to... They don't counter, which is very interesting here. So I've got a nice setup. I mean, it may not be a creature deck with being blue, but... Okay, I can see what we're up to. Self-mill, so we have to get moving. So we'll just be forgetting about Revenge of the Ravens. Yeah, we need stuff like that on the board. Bring Scavenger in the next turn. We'll bring Veto on. Again, kind of our mana isn't terribly important here, but yeah, this is going to end quickly. I hate this stupid deck. I mean, come on, stupid. How much fun is it to play that deck? Okay, in hindsight, it would have been great to have the Gifted Aetherborn instead of Trespasser's Curse, but I did not get to see that card right there, Treasure Hunt, in time. Okay, so we'll do 3 damage next turn. Well, actually, maybe more because they're going to discard, hopefully, something that boosts up Nighthawk Scavenger. Then we do Revenge of the Ravens, and that's going to gain us quite a bit of life as Nighthawk Scavenger and Sanctum Stonefangs gain life. Then Veto does that much damage, so yeah. It's a bit of a long shot winning this game at this juncture. Yeah, this is not looking good here. We did get a land, not really going to help us right now. We'll go for Veto, and we'll come in. Yeah, if I had 2 more turns, I might get it done. Okay, that just bumped Nighthawk up, so I'm just seeing what I can do for damage here. 4 and 4 is 8. Not gonna 2 turns definitely will get rid of him, but okay, that's kind of a sweet thing to get right now. It's instant help. So we're going to do 3, 4 times, and then 4 again, 8. He'll discard a card, and that'd be 10. We're going to come up... Oh, hold it. No, We won't gain life is the problem. So I guess we got to go Gifted Aetherborn. We aren't going to get it done this turn. One shy, I believe, upon our upkeep. Two shy. Okay. I think they're going to be able to end this here. We actually are getting... That's fine because we win anyway here. Next turn if they can't get it done this turn. Okay, wow, they're gonna kill themselves here. That's it. Okay, wow. Foolish move by the opponent there, but I guess they just didn't have a way of getting it done. They knew we were gonna win next turn, but they weren't gonna stop the flyer with those zombies anyway. So a win. Okay, here we are, yet another game. We're on a winning streak here, and we got an excellent ramp scene. We're just looking for one more land within the next couple of turns. We don't go first, unfortunately, but you can't win them all. We have to unload Veto, which is sad, but I think we got to keep to our theme here. Oh, unfortunately, they're going to get rid of Arterial Flow or the Davriel. That's the question. Or Scavenger. And they get rid of Davriel, so that helps them longer term probably, but it's going to hurt them really bad here. Unless they've got another Thought Erasure on board. Chaos one. Yikes. Okay. So here we go. Let's have some fun. It's going to bring them down to a single card. Yeah, Chaos one's a pain in the neck, but they're losing cards here. And life. Okay, we're 1 mana away from Eldest Reborn. The Chaos one is not... They don't have the mana for... Is it 5 that it takes? 4, so they're very close. Okay, Nighthawk Scavenger comes on. He's got high power already. We come in with Dire Moon. Next turn it's Eldest Reborn unless they can knock it out of our hand. Ah, darn. Okay, that's too bad. We will get him back though with Eldest Reborn. We get ourselves a extinction event. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any sacrifice or discard at this point, but he will bring us back a creature. Okay, didn't like that at all, and this isn't going to do any good for us all because I don't think there's any creatures in this deck. We are picking away. And Chaos Wand is a big problem. Okay, they'll be able to take off the Vampire Dire Moon at this point. That's too bad. Man, that Chaos Wand is causing us some serious grief. Okay, so here we go. What do we want? We want our graveyard, and we're going to go... I think what we're actually going to do is put up Davriel. I think he's going to be harder for them to deal with. And now we can... well, we can't do anything with that, because they're both artifacts. And he'll do 2 damage to them. As we are working them down, I'm guessing there's no creatures in this deck. Not seeing any diverse weapons here. Mind Stone, they're not seeking card gain. Okay, that's not going to help them at all. Okay, nothing in hand here. Are they going to play anything, or are they passing off? We'll do 2 damage with Davriel upon opening here. We're just going to stay put, and what we'll do is draw a card with the castle next turn. Farika is instant speed, which is great if they bring on a creature or an enchantment, a chaos wand again. Okay. Yikes. The thing is, we're not getting milled or anything, and I don't know that they're going to find anything that's going to help them out. I mean, there are a couple things, the Murderous Rider and the other kill spell, Bloodchief's Thirst, that can take out a Planeswalker. Okay, this is, we'll ditch whatever they have in hand. Don't have a vampire up, but that's nice to get rid of Hostage Taker. Excellent. We could have forced him to sack it immediately, but I'd just as soon not have to do that. Okay, they get nothing but land. We're in good shape here. Black Sabbath in the driver's seat. They get Farika, so that'll cause them to ditch this enchantment, but it's not helping them at all, because they don't seem to have virtually any creatures. Are they going to use Mind Stone to draw a card? They are. We'll do 2 damage and bring them to 5. They have 2 Chaos Wands in hand, so we want to just hope that Davriel remains alive. And it's altogether possible we'll lose Gifted Aetherborn, because what they're going to get is kind of kill spells. I'm going to make them give that card up for sure. It's just a land. Down to 5. Interesting game. These have been very interesting games, kind of non-traditional games here. Not your typical creature against creature. So this deck, which I told you was best suited for creatures, isn't getting any, and it's still doing pretty darn well. It beat the self-mill deck. Now it's looking like it has... Ooh. Couldn't run that, so okay. Yikes. Bad news for the opponent here. Okay, we can draw a card here as well. Want to make sure they don't play a creature here, because I want to be able to use Farika on that. So I'm not going to draw a card until they reveal what they got going or pass the turn. Chaos Wand it is. They'll probably be able to take out Dire Moon. Ooh, ditch 2 cards. I don't like that one bit. Okay. They don't have a vampire. We don't lose any life. That means Dire Moon stays afloat unless they're going to run again. They're going to fold. Okay, they were going to lose next turn. Okay, we'll play one more. Just I'd love you to see kind of this play against creatures. Alright, good starting hand here for sure. I'm looking for another land so we can get Davriel on turn 3. Okay, we'll take the Gifted Aetherborn. Come on in. Good start. Looks like we've got a white mana, blue mana. Okay. I'm looking for another land here. I'm going to hold back on the Dire Moon. I don't want to lose all my creatures in one swoop here. Okay, white, blue. Okay, I don't like the look of this. This smells like a 9 lives deck or something. Okay, see what they got here. Oh, shrines. Okay, we're definitely going to do everything in our power to get rid of these guys. So let's go removing.
Perish the thought.
We're looking for one more mana here, and that would really be awesome because we'd be able to play Raider's Wake, then hit them again with Davriel and boost up the damage. Okay, so that's going to help them with their mana, but okay, that I'll settle for that.
I don't think you'll be needing that.
They're going to be in some trouble here. Looking for one more land.
Finally, nap time.
Okay, we got it. Unfortunately, we lost Avriel, so and everything with the Wrath, which is unfortunate. Well, I think I'm going to put up the Raider's Wake, roll the dice here. Dire Moon is only going to take one at a time. So we're looking for, hoping for a additional swamp. We didn't get it, and really that's not going to help us one bit because they don't have any creatures going here. But maybe, just maybe they'll bring a creature out. Okay, we're in deep trouble here because Sanctum, this is just going to pull a new enchantment in return. That's going to gain him life, so now we're in deep, deep trouble. They don't have any creatures or anything we can nab. We can get Davriel on or something with Eldest, but this is too bad. We will force them to discard and lose life here by attacking with Dire Moon, which I'm not sure they're aware of. Oh, forget that idea. Okay, that's unfortunate. Just not good luck there at all that we have a 1/1 creature and they have something that sweeps 1. Okay. It's just not meant to be. This is a deck that's really designed to go against creatures, and once they got Sanctum fairly early on, so that's the end of that. Yep, I'll fold at this point. Okay, here we go. Not a bad hand, not a powerful hand. I'm gonna need some land to make this work for sure, as we have 3/4 drops. One more in the next 2 turns will certainly get us going with Trespasser's Curse and Davriel, hoping for a creature deck as an opponent. Okay, we got another land that's good. Unfortunately, we're going second. There's our first creature. Does us a little damage, so now I think we're going to do this first. Could use one more land because I'd love to be able to unload these guys a little bit with the extinction event. We're just going to go ahead and take this guy out right now. And the reason I'm doing that is so I can remove the Blight Priest next turn with extinction, and hoping they drop an odd mana creature. Nope, no such luck, and that's going to hurt a little bit. Thankfully we have Trespasser's Curse to buffer. Oh, yikes. Okay, so I'm not too pleased about what's going on here. I guess it'll be Revenge of the Ravens next. Start there and then we'll work down. Okay, they're hurting us a bit here. That certainly buffers it and lowers their land total, which is key. Now we can remove. Okay, yeah, we got to go extinction. We're going to get rid of the Marauder, so we're going odd. We can get rid of even next turn. Hey, works for me. 2 extinction events in hand. I think I hear Ozzy in the distance getting warmed up. Okay, so this is just picture perfect here. We get to run extinction event. And then we get to bring on Dire Moon. Yeah. So we got Dire Moon, we got the Trespasser's Curse and Revenge of the Ravens. They take him out, and they got nothing in hand though, so now we go Davriel and we empty their hand. And we'll do 2 damage to the next turn as a result of being empty-handed. That gets rid of the removal. We do have Farika loaded up with the mana available to do instant damage. So I think we've got this game in hand. They're gonna, okay. They can do that. And we're getting a little mana flood action here, but that's okay. 2 damage.
Struggling.
They're going to be sacking these vials here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, yep, we're good with that. We'll take that and then... Oh, interesting. They get rid of him before we can sack him. Okay. They're just desperately trying to hold on to some life here. Alright, it'd be nice to have something of consequence emerge here, and we do not. We're getting a bit of a mana flood here. 16 cards drawn, 8 mana on a 21 mana deck. That's a little bit stupid, folks.
All I've left you is pain.
Okay, there goes Gabrielle. That is too bad. We gotta get
Good luck with your
something
little
going
cure.
here. Okay, that's not going to help us either at this point. Okay, Stone Fangs, we'll settle for that. It's measly, but you know, consistent damage done, arterial flow, boom. There it goes. Nothing but land, but we'll take it. Honestly, I'm hoping they bring a creature on. Okay, Davriel, that could be the kiss of death right there. Hoping they don't have an instant in hand. Ooh, yikes. All I can say is ouch. We're really in solid shape here. It's amazing how so little can sustain you here. Okay, that should be the game. We'll use Davriel and hold arterial flow. Extinction event, not helping them at all. It's looking, this is game, it's game over. Unless they have something that can gain them life. They need to put a creature on they can sack, and they don't have it. So, you know, we didn't get a great representation in these games, but that's, I think, my 5th or 6th game. So it's winning, winning, winning. But, yeah. It's nice to see it when it really gets clicking with the Raider in there, and arterial flow, and some vampires. So hope you enjoyed this. Give it a run. It's fun. Please consider subscribing. Have a good one.